lovelies, today we'll be making the most delicious egusi soup you have ever tasted. Please watch to the end because I'll be showing you how I make oat and swallow. Here are the meats that I'll be using. I will go ahead and boil the beef first, seasoned with beef seasoning cubes and salt. I added some water and cover bring to a boil. In another pot, I'll be cooking kpomo seasoned with beef seasoning cubes and some salt. My meat has been boiling for 20 minutes. This is when I add onion and goat meat. Added more water, stir and cover. My kpomo has been cooking for 10 minutes. It's time to drain out the water. We don't need the water. Here are the pepper that I'll be using. I'll wash and deseed it. I did not add any water to my pepper. It's blended and I will be straining out the water. Set the water aside because you need it. Here are the fishes that I will be using. I will wash and debone it. Let's move on to the egusi. Here is my 2 cups of egusi. I'm trying to remove some of the lumps. I added some of the water from my cooking mix. I will be making a paste out of the egusi. My meat has been cooking altogether 15 minutes. And it's time to remove the meat. I'll remove the meat from the water. Set the water aside. Protect the water like your soup depends on it because it does. It's time to fry the egusi. In my pan I have 2 cups of oil and I put in some sliced onions, crayfish and iru. After frying the iru and crayfish for 5 minutes, I went in with my blended pepper. Keep stirring the pepper to avoid burnt. It's time to put in the egusi. I fried the pepper for 5 minutes with continuous turn, cutting my egusi in small pieces. I don't want my egusi lumpy, but if you want a lumpy egusi, don't turn your egusi too much and leave it to fry for a while. The longer you fry your egusi, the more lumpy it becomes. Keep stirring to avoid burnt. My egusi has been frying for a while. Check to see that it's not burning, which it is obviously, and it's because of the pot. This is the wrong pot for this egusi. Check my egusi again. I guess it's the right time to change my pot because I really want my egusi to be properly fried. What was I thinking using a stainless pot to fry egusi? I went ahead and added the meat water. It's time to add the fish and the meat. Bring back the pepper water that we set aside earlier. Soup is very thick. Add as much as you want. If your egusi is still thick, add all of it if you want to. I will be using all of my water, but I added my water gradually because I don't want my egusi too watery and I don't want it too thick. This is the right time for us to put all of our seasonings, and I'll be seasoning my soup with salt, seasoning cubes. Seasoning cubes can be too hard to break sometimes. Beef seasoning, and guys, don't be scared to season your soup because fried egusi needs very good seasoning. And I cover my soup to boil on a very low heat for 20 minutes. If you want to remove some of the oil, this is the right time for you to remove the oil before mixing all together. We needed the oil to fry the egusi. And I'll be using uziza leaf and green leaf. I'm using spinach precisely. So delicious. So let's move on to our oats. I have 1.5 cup of oats in my blender and I'm using 1 cup of water blended to smooth, and we're going to be pouring this in our pot. We keep stirring non-stop. If you're watching your weight, or if you don't like semo, eba, pounded yam, this is just right for you. And keep a spoon very close to yourself because you will need it to scrape out the oats from the stick. It's very thick. You put water in your oat gradually. Don't pour water at once. Now I have enough water. I'm going to cover this oat and cook for 10 minutes on a medium heat. And it's been cooking for 10 minutes. You might be thinking this water is too much. No, oat consumes water a lot. As long as you mix properly, you won't have seeds. It won't be too soft. As it gets cold, it gets thicker. And our oat is ready. spread some vegetable oil in my bowl. This will make me have a sleek finish. Because this is too hot, I don't want to use the nylon method, so I like to use this one. This way I will burn myself. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Thank you for your likes. Please don't forget to subscribe and share. Bye.